Yvonne Orji, welcome to TPI. Great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, well, you are the first gen show creator, Emmy-nominated actress, comedian, and also the author of Bamboozled by Jesus, How God Tricked Me into the Life of My Dreams. And I'm with you, Nigel. Know to carry last. You know to carry last, right? Well, people know you as you are now. Like, you know, you made it. You know, you had your own show on HBO. Like, you're on the top of your game. So my question is, you know, that really touched me in the book, the part where you had nothing but vision and God gave you the blueprint to your blessing in the moment you had nothing. So how did you move from vision to reality?
One foot in front of the other. You know, it was definitely a trust fall. And I say in the book, I don't trust falls, but it is the thing that I needed to lean into. You know, in that moment, that I explained in the book, I was at my lowest. I out here in a basement apartment in New York City, and I had pennies. I had chump change, literally. And I just had to believe that what was being deposited into my spirit in that moment was what God really, really saw for me. And I mean, it took years for the manifestation of that to even start happening, but it was that hope against all hope. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, God, yeah, you told me I'm going to do all of these things, but I don't have $10, but I'm supposed to be this person. And he's like, yeah. And you just have to be like, okay.
That's amazing. Like, I really felt that. I'm sitting there like, God, let me get my journal out. Yes, Lord, what do you want to do? You know, I think a lot of people will resonate with that. And even the point where you talk about depression, where you like, your roommate was like, look, I'm not with a vampire. I'm not living with a vampire. Like, you would just hold yourself up and be in your room. So how did you, you know, with others watching and who are in that place right now, like they're literally depressed, what would you tell them at this point?
I mean, you know, like I say in the book, how you just have to outlast your darkest night by one day and then you win. I mean, depression loves somebody who has let go of hope, to be honest. It's the perfect breeding ground. It's like, oh, you don't have hope? I got you. Like, let's be sullen together. Let's be in this mood forever. Come, be comforted by my darkness. And you get pacified, you get lulled, and you're just like, I mean, what's the point anyway? And then after a while, you're like, wait a minute. No, I don't want this. For me, there was a calm in my spirit. My name means Archer of Happiness, and I'm anything but right now. And so I may not know how to get out of it. I may not know what comes next, but I sure as heck know I don't want to be here no more. And it was literally just coaxing myself, like, all right, girl, go ahead and shower. Okay, girl, go ahead and put some makeup on. Okay, girl, now go outside and just believe that anything's possible. Like, it don't cost nothing to believe. Just please. And that's literally how I kept going. And there were times where I was pissed. I was mad at God. I was like, hey, fam, this not it. This not it. So fix it.
I love your fighting spirit, though, that you just like, okay, one day outlast your darkest night by one day. And that's really cool. So, you know, I want to talk about another part of the bamboozlement, being bamboozled by Jesus into staying and continuing to be a virgin until you get married. I remember watching your TED Talk, and I'm like, this is really awesome. And so my question is, you know, it's cool when you're 18, and then even when you're in your 20s, people are like, oh, that's great, wonderful, like, yes, keep going. But when you start reaching your 30s and your 40s or whatever, you know, 50s for some people, and people are giving you the side eye, like, okay, what's this wait about? So for you, how have you continued to wait well?
Yeah, well, we're not gonna reach our 40s. I told Jesus, whatever goals and plans you have, sir, I'm not. That's not what we're doing. Okay. All right.
Reject that.
Are you listening, Lord? No, I reject it. I rebuke it. All of the above. Because Is it me? Is it them? What do I need to unlearn about myself? Let's make sure that myself, everything is cool, copacetic over here. Okay, well then Jesus, where you at? I continue to wait by just living my life. Like, you know what I mean? Fun. I'm investing in my future. I am learning. I'm growing. I'm becoming a better version of myself that will become a better mate for somebody in the future. So that's how I continue to wait. I know that it's not a life sentence. I believe that the same God who took me from not having $10 to, having a house on the hills, like he's not going to stop short of fulfilling all of his promises for me. So I continue to wait because at the end of the day, he's going to make it good. That's his MO. Like he's never going to give you a whack gift. So I know, and I'm fully expectant to get every good thing that he has with my name on it.
Amen to that. That's awesome. I love that you're vocal about it because it's a normal thing, but not everybody has those values where they feel like they don't want to save themselves. So, I did definitely wanted to talk about your show, First Gen, which is so exciting that it's in development now. I remember watching it years ago, like, where is this show? I need to see it somewhere. So congratulations, first of all, that is awesome. The fact that you got Oprah to love jollof rice, I'm like, wow. And let me be clear, Nigerian jollof rice, for all you people who are wondering, Nigerian jollof rice. So definitely, I want you to talk about the show and also just the fact that, when you created the show, you didn't have anything. And God was really telling you to use what was in your hands. So really talk about that to just encourage people that, hey, you have it in you.
Yeah, when I was coming out of my depression, that was my point of contention with God. Like, fam, I'm doing everything. I'm out here grinding, working. Nothing is shaking. This is trash. I don't want this no more. And after he let me have my moment, he was like, "Yeah, I put things in your hand that you are not doing anything with." And he did. He put the idea for this show in my heart years before I even created the trailer. But I was just afraid. I was scared. I was like, I'm not a writer. I don't know how to write a script. So it was just easier to just keep deflecting and keep making money for other people. And so it was then where, again, I had to trust fall. I had to kind of went back to that basement apartment moment and was like, okay, God, you obviously know something I don't. Let's go. And he brought the provision.
Look at God. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, Yvonne. Like, you are an inspiration, not just to the, Niger representation, but so many people, just for your drive and everything you worked hard towards. And the book, you had me laughing, crying, saying declarations. Like, it's a really, really powerful book. And I know God's he's going to bamboozle you through the book as well. So it's just going to keep going. But the one thing I say is, let us know when you're getting married, because we're all going to be celebrating with you when that happens. So thank you.
That's going to be the next book. We're going to talk about the next book. Dedicated to the whole book. But I appreciate it, girl. It's soon and very soon by the grace of his name. By the grace.